Hi, welcome to Virtual CB1A. This is Miss Rena, and for today's video discussion, start na tayo ng panibagong section. We have mixing problems. So for mixing problems, these are the types of problems that we are going to deal with. First, we have the stamps and coins of different denominations. So say for example, you bought stamps at different prices. So we are going to trace kung ilan yung stamp na binili mo at a certain price, and ilan yung stamp na nabili mo at another certain price. Also, say for example, you have a mixture of different coins in a box. Limbawa, meron ka mga 5 peso coins and 10 peso coins amounting to a certain value. But you don't know how many of each kind is in the box. So we are going to trace how many 5 peso coins or 10 peso coins you have in your box. So dito, syempre, foreign yung ginagamit natin na reference, so nickel and dimes. Also, concentration. Isang example nito yung sa solution ng alcohol. Limbawa, mataas yung solution mo, 70%. How much volume should you add into your solution to make it 50%? Okay? Or dito, you want to add water to a certain volume of concentrated fruit juice to make a larger volume of more dilute fruit juice. So, ilan yung amount ng water na idadagdag mo? Also, yung sa metals. For example, you have a bar of pure gold metal. Ayan, 24 karat siya. How much nickel are you going to add to produce 18 karat gold? Syempre, tataas yung volume mo pag nag-add ka ng nickel. And then, bababa yung concentration or purity ng gold mo. Magiging 18 karat na lang siya from the 24 karat pure gold that you initially had. Next, hindi lang to basta-basta sa mixture problems. Meron ding situations such as differences in products in price of goods or products. For example, you have admission tickets. Iba yung price for the adult's admission ticket, iba yung price for the child's admission ticket. So, if you purchase a certain amount of tickets, how many adult's tickets and child's admission ticket did you purchase? Ayan. Another goods. For example, apples and pears, gums and chocolates. Ganun. And also, meron din tayong application ng finance. So finally, we will calculate what happens when one part of a sum of money is invested at one interest rate and the other at a different interest rate. Medyo natakal na natin to sa bank deposits, yung mga percentage-based and rates natin. Interest, principal, rate, time. And babalikan natin ulit siya. And this time, we are going to look at it as a mixture problem, not just a bank deposit problem. And you have to take note that when doing mixing problems, since you will involve different quantities, it helps to set up a table that lists all the given facts before trying a solution. So we will start with this problem, the stamp and coins problem. I already copied it to our view board. So let's read the problem. Ed bought 150 stamps at the post office. Some were 37-cent stamps and some were 80-cent airmail stamps. So he spent a total of $77. How many stamps of each kind did he buy? So siguro ito regular lang, 37 cents lang siya, and this one is special, 80 cents. So let's set up a table of values for the equations. Ayan. So, paliitin lang natin siya so we can set up a table on this side. Lagay tayo dito ng mga type ng stamps natin. May dalawang klase tayo ng stamps. One is the 37-cent stamp and the other one is the 80-cent stamp. Okay. Now, let's represent these quantities as variables. So, ilang pieces ng 37 stamps yung binili mo? Let's use the variable x. Now, ilang pieces ng 80-cent stamps yung binili mo? Let's denote it by y. And the number of pieces, all in all, bumili ka daw ng 150 na stamps. Okay? So, let's write our first equation here. So, equation 1. This is from the number of pieces. So, equation 1 can be written as pinagsamang number of pieces ng 37 at saka ng 80. Meron kang x plus y is equal to 150. That is your equation 1. Gawa tayo ng equation number 2. Kasi meron tayo ditong isa pang detail, isa pang given, na all in all, ang ginastos mo daw ay $77. So, here, equation number 2 is after the amount. Okay? So, bumili ka ng 37-cent stamps. Hindi natin alam kung ilang pieces. So, to get the total amount that you spent buying 37-cent stamps, you have to multiply its price by the number of pieces. So, the total amount is price times number of pieces. So, kaya meron tayo ditong 37x. For the total amount that you spent buying 80-cent stamps, of course, that is 80y. And all in all, magkano daw yung nagastos mo? So, for equation number 2, $77. So, ano yung pwede natin gamitin for equation 2? So, pwede natin siyang isulat as 37x plus 80y is equal to, you have to be careful on this part. Kasi ito ay naka-cents. Ito ay naka-dollar. So, you have to convert this first to cents. O kaya naman, i-convert mo tong mga amount natin dito into dollars. So, dapat parehas sila ng denomination. Kung itong dalawa ay cents, dapat ito, itong $77 natin dito, is converted into cents din. Now, what do we know about cents and dollars? So, if you have $1, that is equal to 100 cents. And if you have 1 cent, that is equal to 1 over 100 dollars. Okay? So, kung meron ka ditong $77, you are going to have 7,700 cents. So, we can use this value as the right-hand side. Pwede siyang 7,700 cents. Or, tanggalin natin sa 7,700 cents. 7,700 na lang. Or, pwede mo rin siyang gamitan ng, ito naman, yung cents ay i-convert mo naman sa dollar. Lahat sila ay naka-dollar naman. So, since you have to multiply it by, you have to divide it by 100, then yung 37 cents mo is just $0.37. Yung 80 cents mo is just $0.80. And of course, yung right-hand side mo will be retained, $77. So, you have two choices for equation number 2. Alin man dito sa dalawa yung gamitin mo, you will end up with the same answer. Now, let's look for the values of x and y. So, what do we do when we solve for two unknowns? So, kapag ka nagsasolve tayo ng dalawang unknown, meron tayong iba't ibang approaches na pwedeng gamitin. Pwede tayong gumamit ng elimination using addition or subtraction. Pwede rin namang elimination by substitution. Or kung gusto mo pahirapan yung sarili mo, mag-graphing ka. Hanapin mo yung point of intersection nung dalawang linya represented by equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, dun lang tayo sa madali. Ang madali dyan, tong dalawa, elimination by using addition or subtraction, tsaka elimination by substitution. Pili lang tayo ng isa. Since una ko siyang sinulat, ito na lang. Elimination by addition or subtraction. Okay? So, let's write equation 1 and equation 2. Ang gagamitin ko ito para wala masyadong decimal. Pero magpapakita rin ako ng alternate solution using the other one naman. Siguro gamitan natin siya ng elimination by substitution para nakikita nyo kung paano ulit siya ginagawa. Nare-review kayo. Okay. Dami kong sinabi. Tuloy tayo dito sa pagsusulat ng second part. Okay. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. How can we eliminate one of the variables so that we can get the value of one of the variables? So, dapat magiging equal yung numerical coefficient ng isang pair ng variables natin. So, ito, x and 37, hindi sila parehas. Ito, y and 80y, hindi rin sila parehas. Let's find a way to make them equal. I want to eliminate y muna so we can get the number of pieces for x. What I'm gonna do is to multiply both sides by negative 80. Why did I choose negative 80? I chose the additive inverse ng numerical coefficient natin na y para pag nag-add ako, magiging 0 na siya. Okay? So, the additive inverse of 80 is negative 80. Kasi pag pinag-add mo silang dalawa, 0 yung lalabas sa'yo. So, this is negative 80x minus na siya because negative 80 times y is negative 80y. Equal to, yan, kukuha ko ng calculator kasi tamad ako mag-compute na. Kuha rin kayo ng calcu. 150 times negative 80. 150 times negative 80 is negative 1,200 or negative 12,000 pala. Hindi pala 1,200. Negative 12,000. Now, copy natin si 37x plus 80y is equal to 7,700 or 7,700. 37x plus 80y is equal to 7,700. Let's perform addition. So, kapag ka nag-add ka dito, ma-achieve na natin yung goal natin kanina na mag-eliminate ng isang variable. Negative 80y plus 80y is 0. So, tanggal na siya. Perform na lang tayo dito ng addition. Negative 80 plus 37. We have negative 43x. How about the other side? We have negative 12,000 minus 7,700. Ay, ano pala? Plus nga pala. Plus 7,700. Okay, we have negative 4,300. Ayan, obvious na yung sagot. If you divide both sides by negative 43, the numerical coefficient of x, you will end up with the number of pieces for x, which is 100. So, meron tayo pala ditong 100 pieces ng $37 stamps. Ayan. Gawin kong kulay red yung kulay para na-establish natin yung connection nila. Ayan. So, the answer is 100. Yan. Good na tayo. Now, how can we find the value of y? So, substitution na lang. So, substitute tayo. Pili tayo ng isang equation. Equation 1 or equation 2. Siyempre, mas mukhang simple si equation 1. Gamitin natin sa equation 1. So, we have x plus y is equal to 150. So, substitute. X is equal to 100. 100 plus y is equal to 150. Y is equal to 150 minus 100. y will be equal to 50. So, dito, meron pala tayong 50 pieces ng 80-cent stamps. Ayan. So, ang tanong lang naman, how many stamps of each kind did he buy? So, he bought 100 pieces of 37-cent stamps and 50 pieces of 80-cent stamps. So, as I've mentioned earlier, for the sake of illustration, papakita ko kung paano ang mangyayari kung ito yung gagamitin natin, 0.37x at saka 0.80y is equal to 77. And if we are going to make use of elimination by substitution. So, I will just copy this problem to another page. Duplicate lang natin siya. Ayan, duplicated na ba siya? Punta tayo sa page 3. Okay. Now, mag-delete tayo. Delete natin yung solution natin kanina. Yan. Kasi this time, mag-elimination by substitution naman tayo. Okay? And, of course, we are expecting the values x is equal to 100 and y is equal to 50 as our final answer. Dapat hindi mag-iiba yung sagot natin. So, for equation number 1, find ang unang step sa elimination by substitution is to get the value of one variable in terms of the other variable. Okay, that is the first step. So, find ano kaya ang maganda? Gawin natin find x in terms of y. Ayan. Just wait a moment. Medyo malulubat ako. Sasaksak lang ng charger. Okay. So, in finding the value of one unknown in terms of the other unknown, ganito lang yung gagawin natin. Copy natin yung equation na gusto nating gamitin. Siyempre, mas simple to. The key in making elimination very simple is to always choose the simplest equation. So, compared with equation number 2, mas simple si x plus y is equal to 150. Now, let's look for the value of x in terms of y. So, the value of x in terms of y is 150 minus y. Okay? Now, using equation 1, nakuha natin ito, di ba? So, after getting the value of one variable in terms of the other variable using equation 1, you have to substitute this value to the other equation. So, our equation 2, ito yung gagamitin natin, 0.37x plus 0.80y is equal to 77. Okay? We have to substitute the value of x dito. Okay, in terms of y. So, here we have 0.37. Palitan natin si x ng 150 minus y. Plus 0.80y is equal to 77. Ayan. So, pwede na nating makuha ang value ng y. That is, distribute muna natin si 0.37. Dun sa dalawang variable inside, 0.37 times 150 is 55.5 minus 0.37 times y is 0.37y plus 8.80y is equal to 77. So, combine like terms tayo. Magkakaroon tayo ng negative 0.37 plus 0.80. Meron ka ditong 0.43. Tapos dito sa kabila, syempre transfer natin si 55.5 on the other side using addition property of equality. We have 77 minus 55.5. You will end up with 21.5. Now, let's divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of y, which is 0.43. Divide both sides by 0.43. Ay. Okay, you will end up with 50. Ayan, same lang yung answer natin. Yun naman yung ina-expect natin talaga. And again, just substitute the value of y to any of the two equations, you will get the value of x. O, gawin na natin, tuloy-tuloy na natin. We have x plus y is equal to 150. From equation number 1, we have x plus 50 is equal to 150. X is equal to 150 minus 50. X is equal to 100. Okay, we arrived with the same answer. So this is the first example in the section mixing problems. Marami pa tayong pagdadaanan. Okay, as you can see here, ganito yung ginamit niya. Actually, this is another approach. Just use one variable. Yan. So, kung gumamit ka ng x for the number of stamps, for the 37-cent stamps, then, 150 minus x, yun naman yung number ng 80-cent stamps mo. So, para lang tong elimination by substitution. Ito naman yung solution na sinunod natin. May variable x, may variable y. Okay? Okay. Ano to? Coins. So, Jessica sorted her grandma's coins. Parehas halos lang din ng ng nature yung dalawang problem. So, hindi ko na ibibigay yung yung dito sa equation sa example number 2. Kayo na bahalang bumasa. Move na tayo dito sa sa liquids with different strengths. Okay? Okay, when you mix two liquids such as vinegar of different strengths, you get a vinegar solution with yet another strength. With these problems, you set up a table. So, example, 20 ounces of vinegar with a strength of 30% was mixed with 40 ounces of 20% vinegar solution. What was the percentage of the resulting solution? Okay, copy natin to doon sa ating view board. Tapos doon tayo maglagay ng solution. Okay, we already transferred our problem to the view board. Set up na tayo ng table. Dito muna tayo. So, ano-ano yung mga given na data natin? So, meron tayong 20 ounces of vinegar with a strength of 30% was mixed with 40 ounces. Okay, 20 ounces at saka 40 ounces, these are the volume in ounces of your vinegar with different concentrations. One is 20 ounces, the other is 40 ounces. So, kapag ka pinagsama mo yung dalawang klase mo ng vinegar, you will end up with 60 ounces of vinegar. Now, let's talk about the strength. So, gaano katapang yung 20 ounces of vinegar mo? So, that is 30% or 0.5 in decimals. How about your 40 ounces of vinegar? Hindi siya masyado matapang, 20% lang siya. That is 0.2. Okay. So, para malaman natin yung resulting solution, we have to find out kung ilang volume out of 20 ounces and 40 ounces, respectively, ang pure vinegar. Kasi may inihalo na sa kanyang ibang substance kaya hindi na siya pure. Hindi natin alam kung tubig yung inihalo or whatever. But we know that for something to be pure, it should be 100%. Diba? Okay. So, ilang ounces doon sa 20% ang pure vinegar? So, meron siyang 3% na pure vinegar. So, that is 0.3. We know that there is 20 times 0.3, 6 ounces of pure vinegar in this first solution. Ayan. So, dito sa kay vinegar 1, meron siyang 6 ounces of pure vinegar. Kay vinegar 2 naman, meron tayong 40 times 0.2. Ilan to? 40 times 0.2. Alam natin na meron tayong 8 ounces ng pure vinegar. So, kung pinaghalo mo si vinegar 1 at si vinegar 2, magkakaroon ka ng 6 ounces. And overall, meron kang 14 ounces out of 60 ounces na pure. So, test na natin yung strength nung bagong solution. So, ang strength niya, pag pinaghalo mo tong dalawa, ay X, unknown. Hindi natin siya alam. So, paano natin mahanap si unknown strength X? So, we have to divide the volume ng pure solution by the total volume. Okay. Ilan ang volume nung pure na solution natin pag pinagsama? Meron tayong 14 ounces. Ilan yung total volume natin pag pinagsama si vinegar 1, vinegar 2? Meron tayong 60 ounces. So, if you divide 14 by 60, you will end up with 0.2333 and so on, or about 23.33%. So, in percentages, just move your decimal place 2 units to the right or multiply it by 100. So, the final answer is 23.33%. Okay? Okay. Let's see kung meron pang ibang example ng mixture problem. Wala na. Okay. Diluting solutions with water. O sige, kadikit pa rin naman to ng vinegar problem natin kanina. Percentages pa rin siya. So, sagutan na rin muna natin siya before tayo mag-move or mag-cut ng video. Kasi, binabudget ko yung time for the video. Ayoko na sobrang mahaba. Okay. Copy lang natin siya sa viewboard. Okay. So, ayan. Na-paste ko na siya sa viewboard natin. So, diluting solutions with water. In a pharmacy or in a chemistry lab, one often dilutes a strong solution with water. You set up tables, just like what we did before sa vinegar problem. And keep in mind that the strength of water is 0%. Okay, so this is our sample problem. A chemist needs a 10% alcohol solution and has only a 50% solution. How much water should be added to obtain 10 liters of the weaker solution? Okay. Lagay tayo ng space, tapos set up tayo ng table. Ayan. Basa pa naman, di ba? Okay, so set up tayo ng table. So, ano-ano yung mga components natin dito? A chemist needs 10% alcohol solution and as only 50% solution. So, lagay natin dito si 50% solution. How much water should be added? Ayan. Pag pinag-add mo tong dalawa, 50% solution and water, you will end up with a 10% solution. And overall, you need 10 liters. So, lagay natin dito yung volume na kailangan for each. So, ilan yung volume na kailangan mo for the liters? Hindi natin alam. Ilan yung volume na kailangan mo for the water? Hindi natin alam. Ang tanong, how much water? So, let's use the variable x for the amount of water that we need. And of course, overall, dapat meron ka daw 10 liters ng 10% solution. So, ano yung sinasuggest niya in terms of the 50% solution? So, kung meron kang 10 liters dito, may x liters ka ng water, then 10 minus x, yun yung volume ng 50% solution na kailangan mong i-add sa tubig. And then, you will get 10 liters. This next column, lagay natin yung solution nitong 10 minus x liter. So, ang solution nito, syempre 50%, that is 0.50. Ang water ay 0%. Tapos, ang solution nitong bago natin ay 0.10. Okay? Tapos, kunin natin yung purity nila. Syempre, ang purity, 100% siya. So, out of 10 minus x, ilang liters nito yung dapat pure? So, 0.50. Ayan. Parang wala na tayong space. Teka. Isa-separate ko to dito para masusulatan ko pa rin dito sa baba. So, we have 0.50 of 10 is 5 minus 0.50x. Okay, meron tayong purity na 5 minus 0.50x liters. Okay? For the water, ano yung purity nito? Siyempre, 0. Kasi if you multiply its solution, which is 0%, to its number of liters, meron kang 0. Now, dito na tayo. Ano yung purity nitong 10 liters natin? Ilang liters dito yung dapat ay 100%. So, 10% solution yung hinahanap natin. 10 times 0.10. Dapat may 1 liter ka of pure solution. So, ito ay 5 minus 0.50 liter. Okay? Now, establish na tayo ng equation. So, kailangan nating mahanap ang value ng x. So, paano natin yun gagawin? So, yung volume ng water. So, we are going to make use of this two equations that we have here. Okay? So, this time, meron tayong 50% plus water is equal to 10%, diba? Tama. So, meron ka ditong 10 minus x plus x is equal to 10 liters. Yan. Ito yung mga given natin. So, establish na natin yung purity level nila. So, dun sa 10 minus x liters, magkakaroon ka ng in-establish ko lang to dito ha. So, wag niyo, para lang clear kung saan siya nakuha. So, here we have 5 minus 0.50x. Excuse me. Must be equal to 1 liter. So, kung ano man yung volume nung tubig natin dito, kanina, or volume ng 50%, volume ng 100% na alcohol na contained nitong 50 liters, dapat magiging equal siya sa 1 liter. So, here, we have, simplify natin, 0.50x, negative siya, is equal to 1 minus 5. Divide natin siya, hindi pa pala, excited. So, 0.50x, syempre negative siya, is equal to 4. Divide both sides by negative 0.50. Ayan. We are going to end up with x is equal to 8. So, the amount of water na kailangan mo pala ay 8, and then kailangan mo ng 2 liters of 50% solution, so that you will arrive with a 10% solution with 1 liter of pure alcohol. Okay? Okay, so check natin dito. Ang ginawa dito. Ay, baligtad. Baligtad yung ginawa niya, pero dito kasi, ang kinuha niya yung alcohol solution, which is 2. Match naman, 2. Tapos, ang nilet niya as 10 minus x ay yung water. 2 liters of 50% alcohol contains... Ayun, 8 liters. Ito. Tama. Parehas naman kami ng sagot. So, either way, parehas lang yung magiging sagot nyo kung ang susundin yung solution ay yung akin or yung nandito sa book. Okay, okay? Okay, so cut ko na muna dito. Tapos na muna tayo sa mga liquids, volumes. Next time, mixing metals naman tayo, okay? So, thank you for listening and see you next time. Bye!